Princess characters putting a different spin on the classic fairy tale story.
Yeah, her name is Princess Charming, and she's teaching young readers that not being perfect at everything is perfectly normal. So joining us now is Zibby Owens, the author, of the new book, Princess Charming, and the host of the podcast, Moms Don't Have Time to Read Books. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me. It's such a pleasure.
All right, let's just jump right in and tell us, what is Princess Charming all about?
Princess Charming is about a girl who just doesn't give up. She's struggling really hard to find her thing, and she keeps trying everything, and she's just not naturally that talented. Aww. And she has an older brother who's pretty perfect. P.S. secret twist, he's actually Prince Charming, who of course is like a hero for the whole world. And she's his little sister, and finally at the end she realizes, okay, maybe she's not good at everything, but her real thing is that she doesn't give up.
Oh, I like that. So is that sort of what you want kids to get out of this? Don't give up?
What I want kids to get out of this is, first of all, you do not have to specialize so early. A lot of kids are on the travel soccer team, or they're doing this, or they're perfect at that. And you know what? Life is long. You do not have to master your thing at age 6. It's okay. I just found my thing. I'm 45 years old. So take your time. Figure out what's good about you as a person, not necessarily what skills you happen to be good at.
I often repeat to myself, like just at times when I'm feeling a little down, I'm perfectly imperfect, and that's something that I live by. What inspired you to write this book?
Well, I have boy-girl twins. They're almost 15 now, so I feel like I can talk about them freely. But my daughter, who just couldn't seem to find her thing, so she went through this herself, and after she tried this, that, and the other thing, I said to her, you know what, your thing is that you'd never give up, and that's something that no one can take away. So we talk about her as the invincible daughter of our family, and that she just tries so hard, and I'm so proud of her. So that's how I did it.
That's great. And how can parents help their kids find that thing for them?
I think experimentation. Try everything. My son tried every single sport under the sun. And yes, he always liked football. But I was like, why don't you try fencing? Why don't you try water polo? All these sports. I think it's really important to get exposure and not specialize too early. So I would say if you're remotely interested in something, go try it. Don't be afraid of failing. Don't not do something because you're scared. Just go out there, experiment, try it. That's what it's about being a kid. And frankly, that's what it's about being a really successful adult, is trying things without fear of failure.
Now, we know a lot of kids are not getting a lot of exposure because they're on their phones all the time. So how can parents get them off of those phones and help, get a love of or joy of reading for them?
Oh, my kids are never on their phones. No, we're not addicted to our iPads over here or anything like that. This is, of course, a constant struggle made worse by the pandemic. I am in it with every other mom out there. I have no secret sauce other than to say, if you can get them into reading and expose them to the magic and power of storytelling and books, whether it's taking them to the library, going to bookstores with them on the weekends, telling them stories before bed, reading to them, and also I think sharing what you're reading. I think modeling great reading behavior for them. I read all the time, and I'm always like, oh my gosh, I wonder what's going to happen next. And I tell them what the book is about, and I think it makes them more interested. Plus, learning about the authors. I mean, author's name is not just a little thing on the bottom of the book. It's a living, breathing person. And I think getting to know those people as characters in their own right makes the books more exciting.
Yeah, and you had said that you didn't find your thing till you're 45. So I assume you're speaking about the being, to actually putting these books together, right? Writing these stories. Is that your thing now? Is that what you meant?
Well, actually, I shouldn't have said. I guess I found it when I was 41, but okay. I discovered podcasting. I have a podcast called Moms Don't Have Time to Read Books, and I love it. I love it. It's led to all sorts of amazing things, including this book and a memoir I have coming out in July called Bookends, a memoir of love, loss, and literature. And I've interviewed over 1,000 authors, including many picture book authors. And it is so exciting and amazing, and I never would have found it if I had been too afraid to try. Instead, I went in my bedroom and I was like, I'm not going to tell anyone, but I'm starting a podcast. And I just talked into my phone. And now it's been downloaded millions of times. So you just never know.
That's amazing. There you go. Don't give up. Like, you are the real life story.
Right.
You are the real life Princess Charming, I suppose. Zibby, thank you so much for sharing your time with us, and your book, Princess Charming, is on sale now. There it is.
Thank you.
Right.
Thank you.
Thank you.